Hello guys! This is TatyWorks, and in today's Procreate tutorial I will show you how to draw Stitch from Lilo and Stitch step by step. We'll use Symmetry tool and other Procreate features and tools throughout the tutorial. You can download the color palette and the brush I will use for free in the video description. If you like my YouTube tutorials, you can find more in-depth tutorials and exclusive brush sets on my Patreon page. It is also linked in the description below. Without further ado, let's grab our pencils and get started. I've gone ahead and created a canvas. With the dimensions of 2000 by 2500 pixels, DPI is set to 300. In the first part of the video, we will draw the outlines using Symmetry tool, which makes the process twice faster and easier. To turn it on, let's go to Actions, Canvas, and first activate Drawing Guide. Then I will click Edit Drawing Guide and select Symmetry. It is set to vertical. All we need to do is click Done, and it is ready to use. For the outlines, I'm going to use this dark color from the palette. That is number 19. And in the brushes, I will go to Ink Inset from Procreate and grab Technical Pen. Prior to drawing, I went to the settings and increased amount of streamline, stabilization, and motion filtering. They all can be found in stabilization. This way we will get smooth lines. Let me set the brush size to around 23% and start drawing. Let's keep some tiny distance from the symmetry axis and draw an arc going to the left for the head. At the bottom I will make it less rounded. And we need to connect both sides. Later we will draw some hair here, without symmetry. Right now let's add some shapes for the eyes, inside the head. I will start from the left side and draw a shape reminding avocado. I will draw right from the edge and go inside. On top I will make it more pointy, and at the bottom more round. Like this. After that we need to draw pupils inside the eyes. They will also consist of two arcs. Let me draw the first one. And then one more. At the bottom. If you wait a second, the Quick Shape tool will be activated. And we can edit the arc if we click here on top. Alright, this will be painted into black later. Now let's add some wrinkles for the eyelids. So I'm just drawing another arc, like this. And in the middle, between the eyes, we need to draw a big shaped nose. It may look like a potato. So approximately in the middle of the head, I will start drawing another arc. Right from the axis. Let's go down and connect it at the bottom. On the side I will draw a small nostril. And the other one will be reflected to the opposite side, due to symmetry. Let's now draw a small line going down vertically. And to make the character cute, I will draw him a smile. Let me actually rotate the canvas, and I will start drawing from this line, making a curve like this. On the tips I will draw two short lines, this way. We can add a shorter line here, and also two wrinkles above the nose. The other one will be shorter. In the next step, we can draw the ears. This time I will be working on the right side. I will just draw the ear shape, starting from here under the eyes Going up first. And then down. Now let's draw another shape on the side, connecting it with the head. And I will draw another smaller shape inside the ear. If you have difficulties with the shapes, you can always find a reference and look at it. We will work on the ears a little bit later. And right now we can draw the body. Also very simple and symmetrical. So I will draw a curve from here, go down a little, and then draw two arms. Very simple. The legs will be simple as well. Go into the sides, just as ovals. We can draw two more ovals inside. And I will add him tiny fingers. First one, then one more, and the third one. Let's do the same on the arms. 1, 2, and 3. Now we just need to connect it at the bottom with another arc. Now we can remove symmetry. Can be done here in the options. And I will add the hair. Just draw 3 shapes. And the last one. We can erase it here. And on the ears, I will add some imperfections. On this one, I will draw a triangle on top, on the left side, and on this one, I will draw at the bottom, on the right. Just rounded triangles. Now I will also grab a razor, which is set to medium hard airbrush, and erase the line. Let's do the same here. Now the outlines are ready. Let's proceed to coloring. I think we can go ahead and remove the drawing guide from the canvas. Here in the actions. After that, we need to create a new layer and place it under the sketch. Let's also lower the opacity of the sketch layer and set it around 26 or 27%. I want to continue using symmetry, so I will activate it in the Layers menu. It is called Drawing Assist. I want to start with pupils, and for that I will select color number 5 from the palette. We can outline one of them. And it will be mirrored. Let's fill it. And then go to create a new layer. For the nose, I will also get it assisted and outline it. We can try to start from any point. And follow the outlines. Let's also drag the color inside. And it is ready. I'm going to create one more layer. And I will drag it down. I will be using Drawing Assist on every layer that I will create. So with the same color I will draw these lines. Then this vertical line. Also the smile. And a shorter line below. Creating another layer. I will also place it below. Get it assisted. And use color number 6. Let's outline the eye shape. I will go to the right side. Try to make the lines smooth enough. Then connecting it. And fill in. On the same layer I will paint the shape under the smile. So I will just continue this line. And go along the edge, here at the bottom of the head. Then I will also draw this way and fill it. Now I will create another layer below this one and draw the head. I will also activate Drawing Assist and pick the first color. I will start from here and follow the outlines. Let's connect it at the bottom. Then remove Drawing Assist and draw here on top. Okay, now let's also fill it. And toggle the sketch to check. I think it looks quite nice. So we can create another layer under the head. Also use Drawing Assist. And outline the small shape. On the side. Let's connect it, then fill, make another layer and place it below. We need to get it assisted and draw the second shape. I'm also connecting it and fill in. Now we can draw the bigger shape for the ears. Also on a separate layer. It needs to be located below all layers. And also assisted. For the ears I will select color number 10. And we can outline one of the ears. Since we have symmetry on, we can outline it like this. Connect it, then fill it, remove Drawing Assist, and delete these parts. I'll be using eraser, which is set to medium hard airbrush. I'll just erase it quickly. I can increase the size and remove it easily. Now I will do the same on the second ear. And the head shape is ready. Let's draw the body quickly. So I'm creating another layer, dragging it down and getting it assisted. For the body I'm going to use color number 2. Start outlining on the left side from the neck. Then draw a short line like this. And draw the arms. Then I will just connect it here with another arc. Before filling it, we need to connect it on top. And then drag the color. Now I'm creating another layer, also using drawing assist, and I want to add this light color on the belly, which is number 6. I will start from here, draw between the arms, go down, and draw a parallel arc at the bottom. To connect the shape. Let's connect the lines on top and fill. To draw the legs, I will change the color into number 4 and create a new layer below all layers. Let's activate drawing assist and draw one of the legs. Let's connect the invisible part of it and then fill. Now I want to draw the fingers, so I will grab this dark color from the nose and create a layer above this one, number 11. Let's get it assisted and outline these arcs one by one. Then I'll connect them at the bottom. And fill. On the same layer we can draw the fingers on the arms. They can be edited. Now I will connect them here at the bottom. And also fill. It is almost ready. We only need to draw these ovals on the legs. So I'll create a layer here. Activating drawing assist. And we need to pick some light color. For example, number 1. Draw one oval. And fill it. Now we can try to remove the sketch layer and see how it turned out. In the next part of the video, we will start adding textures. I think this layer can be totally united with layer number 4, as they both won't be affected by the shading. So I will place it here and then merge. Now let's start working on the shapes. Let it be the nose, so I will go to this layer and create another one above it. I want to use the sketch here, but to see the lines better, I'll go and invert it. Now I'm on the new layer and I will get it assisted. For the nostrils I will be using this dark color number 19. Draw one of them. And then fill. Now we can remove the sketch. And these are the nostril shapes. Now we can proceed to shading of the nose. So I'll create a layer between these two. Let's clip it to keep the texture inside. And also activate drawing assist. First I will select color number 16. And I'm going to use the only brush for shading. You will find it in the tutorial files. It is called Textured Stipples, and originally it comes from my ink and stipple brush set, which is available on my Patreon. The brush size can be set to around 8%, and I will highlight the area around the nostrils. Apply low pressure. Also, I will draw an arc on top like this. Now we can change the color to the one on the right and draw a little higher. Now I will grab the lightest color and add the texture on top. Now we can pick a eraser, increase the size a little, and erase the texture on top of the nose. After that I will create one more layer, also clip it, and activate assisted drawing. This time I will select color number 14 and make a stroke at the lower part of the nose shape. Also draw an arc. Then I will switch to the next color, which is number 15, and make another stroke, a little lower. Let's now also pick a eraser and erase it like this. Make the edge at the bottom sharp. And now the nose is totally ready. Let's go ahead and merge all the layers for it, including the nostrils. In the next step I will shade the eyes. They're on the second layer, so let me create a layer above it, and then also clip. Get the layer assisted, and now we can pick color number 2. I will make a stroke at the lower part of the pupil, like an arc. Now let's select a lighter color and make a stroke a little lower, like this. Then I will pick a eraser and erase the shape on the sides and at the bottom. So it'll go like this. Before we add the highlight on top of the shape, I think we can fix them a little. So I will go back to this layer. Let me grab technical pen and I will make these corners sharp. Okay, now let's continue working and create another layer. Let's place it above the previous layer with the shading. So I'm also clipping it and getting it assisted. This time I will select color number 13. Let's go back to texture brush and this time make a stroke on top. Cover approximately 1/3 of the eye. Now I will also select eraser and start erasing it. Here I will press more, go to the right side and erase it like this, matching it with the previous shape. Then I will apply more strokes with low pressure to create this shadow. Let me erase it here a little more and make this part more narrow. we can add the reflected light on the same layer. So let me pick this light color, number 20. I will also make the brush size smaller, around 4%. And just draw a shape like this. I think we can lower the opacity of this layer a little. Just to make it more smooth. At my end, 76% worked. And once the eyes are ready, we can also merge all the layers. And now start working on the light parts. Let's find it in the layers. It is number 5. So I will also create another layer above it. We need to clip it. And to work on both shapes, we also need to activate Drawing Assist for the symmetry. Since we used color number 6 as the base color, we can either go lighter or darker. I suggest we start with the lighter shade, which is number 7. Let's set the brush size to where it was. At my end it was 8%. And I will apply it on the top part of the eye. Not pressing too much. Let's also make a few strokes here at the bottom. And I will also make a stroke on top part of the mouth. Now I will select Eraser again and erase this part. Just a little bit. Now we can create one more layer for the dark area. I'm clipping it and activating Drawing Assist to continue using symmetry. Let's pick the color, which is number 8, and start making strokes here above the eye, going back and forth for the shadow. Also, I will draw on the lower side and try to blend the colors on the right. Go a little up. Now we can grab a eraser and erase this area under the eye. For the highlight. And I will also erase it here on the side to get this area highlighted as well. Let's not forget to work on the mouth. So I will switch back to brush and also apply it at the bottom. Now let's pick a eraser and make a stroke on the edge to add sort of a highlight as well. Before we switch to the next part, let's add the shadows on top of the eyes. I'm going to use this dark color number 5, and we can work on the same layer. We only need to change the brush. Let's select medium hard airbrush from airbrushing. Let's set the size to around 60%. And start drawing this way. Go to the right side a little. I'm doing it gradually, applying low pressure. I will darken this part even more. And now it is totally ready. The character already got some volume. And I think he looks cute. So let's go ahead and merge the layers for this part. But I'm still keeping the head separately. We'll go back to it later. And next I'd like to shade the ears, starting with the biggest part. I'm creating a new layer, clipping it as always, and using symmetry. Let's go back to the previous brush and pick a color. First I will pick a color slightly darker than the base. It will be number 9. I will set the size to around 9 or 10% and paint on the left half of the ear, keeping it textured in the center. Now we can switch to a lighter shade, which is number 12, and make strokes on the opposite side. Let's blend the colors together and draw on the left side as well, but make it narrow, only for the highlight. After that I will switch to the previous color and draw on the right. Create sort of triangle here at the bottom. Now we can go even darker and grab color number 11. With this color I want to shade this part inside the ear, so I will paint this triangle and go a little upper on the edges. I will continue making strokes going up on this side. Applying low pressure and keeping tiny gaps. Now let's go and turn the assisted drawing off, because the ears are not 100% symmetrical. So I will first paint on this side. Now we can make the size even smaller and apply a subtle stroke on this part. Now I will do the same here. On the edge. After we did that, these big parts of the ears are ready. We can merge these two layers and start working on the small parts. So I will first go to the 7th layer, create another layer above it with a clipping mask and get it assisted, just as always. At first I will pick color number 4. I'll make a couple of strokes going up from the head. Now we can create a new layer for the highlights. We also need to clip it and activate Drawing Assist. On the one hand, assisted drawing is very easy because we don't have to repeat the same actions twice. But on the other hand, we need to be very careful. As you see, all these layers are assisted, and we should keep it in mind. Now let's select color number 3 for the highlights and start drawing from the opposite side, on this corner, and making the strokes going down. Let's work on this edge a little more, highlight it, and then I will pick a razor. I will make a stroke on the edge to erase the texture a little. Now that this shape is ready, we can merge these 3 layers and go to work on the other small shape. It is on the layer number 8. So I will do all the same. First create a new layer with a clipping mask and activate Drawing Assist as well. Here I will first apply color number 2, making stroke to the side. Now we can select a light color, number 3, create another layer for the highlights, also clip it, and activate Drawing Assist. With this color I will make stroke going this way on the edge. Now I will make the size smaller and highlight this part even more. Now it is also ready. We can actually pick a razor and remove the light part to keep a shadow. After that, I will merge these layers. Now the ears are absolutely ready. We can merge all the layers for the ears, like this. And finally work on the head. So I will go to this layer now, create another one above it, clip it, and activate Drawing Assist. Let's start with a darker color. It will be number 2. Here we need to increase the size. Let's set it to around 9 or 10% and start adding the shadows. I will start shading the area around the eyes, also above the nose, and on top of the head. Let's go down and also shade the area under the nose. Go a little to this side and paint under the eyes for the shadow. I will make a few strokes like this. Now I will create one more layer above this one, also clip it and activate Drawing Assist. This time I'd like to highlight the area above the eyes. And we can use the sketch for that. I will be using this color number 3. And make the brush size smaller. Can be set to around 5%. I will just draw like this. We can also use the razor here if needed, so I will remove the sketch and remove the texture a little. Okay, now I'm going to create another layer right above the head shape, below the shading. It will be clipped already, so we only need to activate Drawing Assist here. First I will pick color number 17, which is slightly lighter than the base. I will go back to brush and increase the size. Let's set it to 11%. And start highlighting this area a little. After that I will go even lighter and pick a color number 3. We can draw another shape here in the middle. If it is too intense, it is fine if we go and lower the opacity of the layer. I think here around 77% will work. We can now go back to this layer number 13. With the brush size set to 8%. I will just make strokes here between the lines. After that we can pick a razor. Erase it here above the nose. Then make the size smaller. And create a shape like this. We can also erase it above this line. And now it is done. Let's work on this part with the hair. And I want to make it simple, to save us some time. We can use the sketch here, create a layer under it, and go to Ink and Set to select Technical Pen. Let me set the size to 23%, it's how we used it, and I will just outline it, following the sketch. Draw these 3 shapes. And once it is ready, I'll remove the sketch again go to this layer with the highlight on the forehead and use an eraser. Remove the light texture from here, but we also need to remove drawing assist on this layer. I'll just erase it like this, quickly. And let's consider this part done. We can go to the body. I'm merging all the layers for the head, including ears. And let's start with the slide part. Actually, since I'm not going to erase anything, we can simply go and alpha lock the layer. To make it faster, I will first apply color number 7, together with texture stipples brush. The size is set to 11%, and I will make strokes inside the belly. Now we can apply dark color, which is number 8. I will shade this part on the sides and also on the neck. Let's go down. Add this cast shadow near the arms. The size can be smaller here. And then I will darken it like this. So it is already done. Before finishing the big part, let's work on the feet. To do it faster, I will go first to the layer with the light color and alpha lock it. In the color palette, I will pick color number 2, and using this textured stipples brush, I will just make a couple of strokes at the bottom of the shape. The size can be set to around 6 to 7% here. After that, I will go to the other layer, which is located below, and also alpha lock it. We can pick the light color right from this shape and make strokes around this oval. Then I will pick this dark color, number 5, and apply it on the edge. We also need to add this cast shadow here, that comes from the arms. Once we did it, we need to add the reflected light, so the feet will get volume. For that I'm going to use color number 3. Let's make the size low enough, around 3%, and apply it on the edge as well. Like this. I'll do it only on top. And once we did it, the feet are ready. Let's go ahead and merge these two layers. Now we can proceed to the body. So let's go to this layer. And this time I will be using a clipping mask. So let's create it. And also activate drawing assist to make it symmetrical. I'll start with the shadows and select color number 4. Here I will set the brush size to around 8 or 9% and start applying it going down from the neck. Let's go up here and shade it on the side. After that I will create a layer between these two, and it will be clipped right away. We only need to activate symmetry. And here I will apply a lighter color, which will be number 1. Just making strokes on the empty parts. Like this. In the end I will create another layer above the shading to add reflected light. So I'm also clipping it and getting it assisted. Let's select this light color number 3 and make the brush size very low, around 3%. I will go along the side. Now I will pick a razor and remove this part, so it goes according to the sketch. If you want, you can check it out. Now the character is ready. We can make a simple background. So I will merge all the layers for it. We can create another layer and place it below. I will fill the background with color number 21. And then simply add the shadow. For that I'm going to use color number 22. Together with medium hard airbrush from Airbrushing. I'll just set the size to around 50% and start making strokes like this. With low pressure. It may go a little to the sides. Let's shade it here. And I will make it slightly darker. Very close to the character. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And now our Stitch drawing from Disney's Lilo and Stitch is ready. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. For more tutorials and brush sets, please check out my Patreon page. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.